Fubara and Wike, the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, and other politicians in Rivers State, coming out of a meeting with Tinubu where they marshaled out conditions for Fubara's return to power. Some of the conditions are soul-crushing, which leads to the question, is this still a democracy? How can anyone have the right to tell someone whether to contest or not to contest? Tinubu doesn't have that power, neither does Wike have that power. So why are they imposing it on Fubara not to recontest in 2027? Also, another worrying condition they gave Fubara for his return to power is that he will not nominate candidates to the forthcoming local government elections in Rivers State. It has never happened in Nigeria before. How can a governor not nominate candidates or at least help his people at the grassroots to get to local government offices, whether councillors or chairmanship positions? Wike will be in charge of that. They are handing over the state machinery back to Wike. Not that Fubara was completely in control during his trial period, but right now they are making it official. He will not recontest in 2027. He will not have anything to do with local government elections. Remember, the sole administrator appointed someone from Cross River State to head the River State Independent Electoral Commission. It was debated in the Senate. It's not clear if they eventually passed it and allowed that man from Calabar to head the River State Independent Electoral Commission. So you can see, all these have been in the plans. Forget about all they have been doing, the court cases, the decision of the Supreme Court, the declaration of state of emergency. They have all turned around and arrived at their original intention. These conditions they've given Fubara today are the same conditions he was given before the trouble started. Yes, remember when he signed agreement in Aso Rock, he tried to maintain his part of the agreement, but they wanted to impeach him, brought all sorts of frustrations, and here we are. He also has accepted everything. Many people are calling him coward. They are saying, why should he accept this, that? Is he not the governor? But you can't really blame Fubara that much. He can't fight the Nigerian state and win. He can't fight Tinubu. He can't fight Wike. He can't fight the Supreme Court and other courts, the entire judiciary. He can't also, while fighting all these people, fight the Rivers State House of Assembly members. So this is the reality. The Nigerian judiciary will share a major part of the blame if Nigeria's democracy is ever truncated. The drift to dictatorship is because they are not doing their jobs. How can people bring a matter of urgency? The executive branch takes a decision that others oppose. They approach the court to interpret and determine immediately, because these are matters that require urgent intervention by the judiciary. They abscond from their duties. The declaration of state of emergency by Tinubu in Rivers State stands illegal. Never mind the fact that the National Assembly backed it with a voice vote when the Constitution says they must conduct a head count. They did all this, and PDP governors approached the Supreme Court to interpret a matter that is so urgent. Imagine Tinubu removing or suspending an elected governor. But instead of the Supreme Court to hear the matter, because it borders on democracy, it is so urgent that the Supreme Court justices must sit the same day to decide to make a declaration, correct the executive branch, assuming they are doing the wrong thing, assuming they are flouting the Constitution. But what did they do? They absconded from their duties. Up till now, they have not heard that matter. Compare that to what happened in Kenya. There is massive protest in Kenya right now, and the Communication Authority in Kenya started threatening media homes to stop broadcasting the protest live. But they resisted. The Standard refused the order, telling them that it is illegal. They quoted their law. They said the Communication Authority doesn't have the power to stop them from broadcasting live. They also wrote to the people that are broadcasting their signals, threatening them with lawsuits that if they ever block their signal, they will go to court because they've already signed contracts. Will that ever happen in Nigeria? Absolutely not. And to cap it all, to prove that Kenya is far ahead Nigeria as far as democracy is concerned, they approached the court and the court delivered ruling the same day. Can you imagine? Communication Authority threatening the media homes to stop broadcasting the protest live, and they approached the court sat and made a decision the same day, telling them that they do not have the right to stop live broadcast by media companies. So you can see This can never happen in Nigeria. This is how you uphold democracy. In a democracy, everyone has a right to protest. There is freedom of speech. You cannot stop the press from reporting what is happening in the country. So these are the issues. In Nigeria, they have conquered everywhere. They have captured all branches of government. How can people approach the Supreme Court to determine something that might truncate democracy in Nigeria? They abscond from their duties. Since how many months they've never heard the matter at the Supreme Court? So like already said, people shouldn't blame Fubara that much. He can't fight everyone at the same time and win. Maybe that's what he realized. That was why he said, okay, let me just accept all the conditions, let me return to power and finish my term. Maybe, who knows, he will just disappear. Also, people that are making deals and giving Fubara conditions, you don't know whether you'll be alive in 2026, not to talk of 2027. You do not know what will happen by then. You do not know if he will decamp to another party other than APC, or even decamp to APC and still stay in that APC and work against APC, like it is happening everywhere. This young man, an SSA to Tinubu, he resigned his position, citing the fact that Wike is in PDP, but he is controlling APC in Abuja. It didn't make any sense to him.
We have a Wike who is a member of the PDP, destroying the PDP with the support of Mr. President, because the office of the Minister of the FCT is not a political position, it's a state power. So if you give that state power to back someone to destroy opposition, let's remind ourselves that the fact that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is president today is thanks to the existence of opposition. He might have played a huge role in keeping opposition alive, and he has gotten the biggest reward from installing himself practically. That's okay. But what isn't okay is now destroying the opposition because you don't want rivalry. You can't sell me liberalized economy but monopolize politics. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You are against monopoly in economy, but you are promoting monopoly in politics. Economy is a subset of your politics. And we think it is okay that we have a set of people who want to sit on our yesterday, sit on our today, and steal our tomorrow. No, it's not okay. Pick 80% of every card-carrying member who were responsible for his re-election, for his election. They are aggrieved. They are inside, but they are unhappy with it.
So they're working from within against him.
They are just waiting to see the light.
According to this guy, about 80% of APC members are disillusioned. They don't want to dump the party, but they are willing to stay in that party and work against their own party in 2027. So this is the reality of our time. Forget posturing. Tinubu is making it seem as if, it is settled. The election is settled for him. No one can win him. He has already won. No, it is not settled. Just like El-Rufai said, they are facing a huge battle. They know it.
President Tinubu is determined to make this election look as if it is settled. It is not. They are giving the impression through defections and so on as if, this is set. It is not. We know. Okay? It is not. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I have looked at the numbers, I've looked at the trends of elections. President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, you'd be lucky if he is third. Okay? You've mentioned my name. I have no ambition. Okay? I just feel that having contributed to bringing about this tragedy to Nigeria by contributing to the emergence of Bola Tinubu as president, I should contribute in my last lap. Okay? Because I'm 65, I should be retiring. In my last lap, let me contribute. Let me contribute towards removing this evil that I believe will destroy Nigeria if left unchecked.
Forget narrative. They want you to feel there's nothing you can do to stop him. Maybe that day many wouldn't even bother to come out. No, don't fall for it. Make sure you come out and cast your vote on that day and defend that vote as far as you can to the next collation center, from local government to state, and the people that will go to the National Collation Center will finish the job. That's the only way you can guarantee that your tomorrow will be better than today. Right now, our today is worse than our yesterday. Yes, that's the reality for many Nigerians. Let's hear what Wike and Sim Fubara had to say after the meeting with Tinubu.
Together with the governor, and the governor also agreed to work together with all of us who are members of the same political family. Yes, just like humans, you have a disagreement, and then you also have a time to also settle your disagreement, and that has been finally concluded today.
For me, it's very important that this day has come to be. What we need for the progress of Rivers State is peace, and by the special grace of God this night, with the help of Mr. President and the agreement of the leaders of the state, our leader, peace has returned in Rivers State. We'll do everything within our power to make sure that we sustain it this time around. Thank you.